Hello dear students, in the last part of electrostatic we studied about dielectric constant. I gave an example on the dielectric constant which had most important question asked by the board. Now we are going to start new topic, superposition theory and force among many charges. I explain the force among many charges after the explanation of superposition theory. What is the superposition theory? Most of teacher explain it by a simple method, by a simple definition. In one line they explain the superposition theory, but it is very important how we can explain it from the superposition theory. We can explain the most important topic, in which first is force among many charges, second one is electric field due to system of charges, third one is electric potential due to system of charges, and last one is interference, which is the topic of chapter which name is wave optics. In the wave optics you will study about the interference. These are the four forces which are explanation is given by superposition theory. So superposition theory is the most important theory for us. How can we explain? We explain it by a fine method. For first of all, we explain the definition of superposition theory. The definition of superposition theory. This is very simple definition. In the definition, resultant, in the simple word, resultant of many forces is equal to vector sum of all the forces. This is the simple definition to represent the superposition theory, but these simple words have a fine explanation of superposition theory. How can we explain? We explain, firstly, we understand meaning of all the words. Many forces. Let us consider that this is a point on which Q naught is charge present. So this is a point charge. If Q1 is also point charge, but Q1 applied the force on Q naught, then R naught 1 is the position vector for the Q1 to Q naught. If applied forces is F naught 1, second one is Q2, R naught 2, this is the position vector for the Q2 to Q naught. Clear? So F naught Why I write here this type of position vector? I will explain. If q1 charges are not n, तो force is F naught n. Clear? If q1 applied the force on q naught, so it is represented by F naught 1. If q2 applied the force on q naught, this one is F naught 2. These are the all the forces. So many forces F naught 1, F naught 2, F naught n. Resultant of it, let us consider that resultant of many forces is F vector net. Net means total. Clear? So F net is equal to, why we use the vector sum? Why we use the vector sum? Because force is the vector quantity, not a scalar quantity. So we represented it by a arrow. So F naught 1 vector, F naught 2 vector, F naught 3 vector plus dot dot plus F naught n vector. This is the superposition theory. Clear? For the many forces. If two forces are working on a single point charge, then what is the superposition theory? Then what will be the superposition theory? According to this superposition theory, let us consider that single point charge is this one, F1, F2. Angle between them is 90 degree. So resultant force F net direction is here. In this case, two forces are working, F1 and F2, but angle between them is 90 degree. So by superposition theory, we can explain, we will explain the resultant force F net is equal to under root F1 square F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Clear? Cos theta. Here angle theta is equal to 90 degree. Then F net is equal to F1 square F2 square up to 2 F1 vector F2 vector cos 90 degree. Clear? We know that cos 90 is equal to 0. So this one is equal to the 0. Then F net is equal to F1 square F2 square. Clear? If F1 is equal to F2, in this case we can explain F net is equal to 2F square. These are equal. Clear? This one is equal to F, this one is equal to F. Both are equal to each other. We can say also F vector. Here F under root 2. So F net is equal to F root 2 is our answer. F root 2 is our answer. In the next question, if angle between two charges is 120 degree, let this is the F2, this is the F1. Angle between them is 120 degree. So F net what is the value of F net? F net vector is equal to under root F1 vector square F2 vector square 2F1 vector F2 vector cos theta. Theta is here 120, then you can put the value here 120. What is the value of cos 120? Minus 1 by 2 is the value of cos 120. So F net is equal to F1 square F2 square plus 2F1 vector F2 vector minus 1 by 2 is the value of here 2 to cancel, then F net F1 square F2 square. Clear? So minus F1 vector F2 vector. If F1 vector F2 vector is equal to F vector, then F net is equal to F square 2F square minus F square, this is the root. F net is equal to here F vector is the answer when angle between two charges is 120 degree. You can explain it by 60 degree, by 45 degree, by any angle you use between them. This is the superposition theory. Now our topic is force among many charges. So we consider, I told that I will explain the R01, R02, R03, y-axis, x-axis. This is a simple plane. Here Q naught is charge, position vector of it is R01. So Q1 is the point charge, which position vector is R01. If Q1 applied the force on Q0, then direction of we take both the charges have the same nature. Clear? So the direction of force will be F01 in the direction of along the x-axis. Clear? So by the law of vector addition for triangle, this one is delta r, r1 vector plus delta r vector is equal to r0 vector by the law of vector addition for the triangle. So delta r vector is equal to r0 minus r1 vector. We can represent it by r01. So we use here r01 vector. Clear? Now force on Q0 due to Q1 by Coulomb's law, F01 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q0 r01 vector square cap of r01. If Q2 have the position vector is r2 vector, then direction of force will be F02 vector. Then displacement vector between them is r02 vector according to this rule. Force on Q0 due to Q2 by Coulomb's law, F02 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q0 r02 vector square cap of r02. Clear? Last one we consider Qn. r0 n is the position vector and the direction of force will be F0 n. So displacement vector is here r0 n up to force on Q0 due to Q1 by Coulomb's law, F0 n 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q0 r0 n square cap of r0. Clear? We use the superposition theory here. We know that according to the superposition theory, by superposition theory, what is the superposition theory? Superposition theory is only that resultant of many forces is equal to the vector addition of all the forces. F01 vector, F02 vector plus up to plus F0 n vector. If you don't use here sign of plus, then all the terms after the plus is in the multiplication. So remember one thing, if you use the up to, then first here you write the plus up to plus F0 n. Clear? Put the value of F01 vector, F02 vector, F0 n vector. So F net vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q0 r01 square cap of r01. I erase the diagram. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q2 q naught r naught 2 vector square cap of r naught 2 up to plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q naught r naught and vector square cap of r naught n. What is the common in this equation? F net vector is equal to q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This quantity is the common. So q1 upon r naught 1 vector का square r naught 1 q2 r naught 2 vector का square cap of r naught 2 up to q1 r naught n vector का square cap of r naught n. Here 1 to n, then we can use the summation q naught upon 4 pi epsilon naught summation. In the summation we use the value I is equal to 1 to small n. You use small n here, not capital N. Clear? Then qi r naught I vector का square r naught I cap. This is the force among many charges. I hope you understand it with a fine method. So subscribe the channel, like the channel and comment also on the topics. Thank you so much for your support. Keep it up.